Japanese warning, "Stop this drug, now it's erasing your mind." Have you ever opened the fridge and completely forgotten what you were looking for? Or started telling a story with excitement, then suddenly blanked on someone's name? Many people shrug it off as just getting older. But according to Dr. Masato Kobayashi, a Japanese neurologist with over 25 years of clinical experience, not every memory problem is caused by aging. Some familiar medications may be quietly slowing down your brain. The good news is that memory decline isn't a one-way street. When you understand the cause and take action early, it's possible to treat underlying health conditions without sacrificing mental clarity. But let's be clear from the start. Never stop or change your medication on your own. Always consult your doctor before making any adjustments. In this video, we'll go over several common drug ingredients used in the United States that have been linked to memory problems. You'll also learn safer alternatives, non-drug options that protect brain health, and daily habits that help keep your memory sharp and steady as you age. 1. Watch for 4 key changes in your body. First, learn to pay attention to the small signals. If your forgetfulness started soon after switching medications, increasing a dose, or adding a new prescription, that's a warning sign worth noting. In older adults, the liver and kidneys clear medications more slowly, and the blood-brain barrier becomes more permeable. This means the same dosage can have a stronger effect on your brain than it would in someone younger. On top of that, many seniors take medications prescribed by different specialists. Each drug may cause only a minor side effect on its own, but together, those small effects can add up and become significant. Watch for changes in 4 main areas: short-term memory, forgetting where you just placed something, or the name of someone you just met. Attention, finding it harder to focus when reading the newspaper, or realizing you don't remember what you just watched on TV. Processing speed, speaking more slowly than usual, or taking longer to find the right words. Sleep quality trouble, falling asleep, lighter sleep, or waking up tired. If you notice these changes right after a medication adjustment, start keeping a memory journal for 2 weeks. Write down what medications you take and when, your meals, your sleep quality, and how clear-headed you feel each day. When you bring this record to your next doctor's appointment, it can make the conversation clearer, more precise, and much more effective. 2. How medications can touch the brain. First, through neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers. GABA acts like a natural brake, calming the nervous system. Acetylcholine, on the other hand, is the memory fuel that helps you focus, learn, and store new information. When medications overstimulate GABA for too long, like certain sleep aids or anti-anxiety drugs, the brain can become dependent on that outside brake. Your own system slows down, thinking feels foggy, and forming new memories gets harder. If a drug blocks acetylcholine like some allergy, bladder, or antidepressant medications, your attention and recall can suffer, as if the engine of your mind is running low on oil. Second, through neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections every time you learn something. Some medications interfere with calcium channels or certain brain receptors, which can slow down how new connections form. That's when learning becomes harder and memory feels less sharp. Third, through nutrition and cellular energy. Drugs that suppress stomach acid, such as long-term use of proton pump inhibitors, PPIs for heartburn, can reduce the absorption of vitamin B12, zinc, iron, and magnesium. A shortage of these nutrients affects the protective myelin sheath around nerves and many chemical reactions needed for clear thinking. Finally, through sleep and the gut-brain connection. Deep sleep is when the brain cleans house, clearing out toxins and reinforcing memories. If a medication disrupts deep or REM sleep, you may wake up groggy and forgetful. And when the stomach's acid balance changes, gut bacteria shift too. Since gut health is closely tied to mood and mental clarity, that imbalance can further cloud your thinking. 3. Medications that can trigger memory problems. The first group to be aware of is benzodiazepines, often prescribed for anxiety or insomnia. In the U.S., these include well-known drugs such as diazepam Valium, alprazolam Xanax, lorazepam, Ativan, clonazepam, Klonopin, temazepam, Restoril, and related Z drugs that work through the same GABA pathway, like zolpidem Ambien and Zaleplon Sonata. For many people struggling with chronic insomnia, these medications seem like a miracle. At first, the first night's sleep feels deep and peaceful, but by the third month, mornings start with a heavy head, slower movement, and a hazy memory, as if the mind is covered in fog. This happens because the brain quickly builds tolerance. You need higher doses to get the same effect, yet the quality of sleep declines, less restorative, less deep. In older adults, these drugs also increase the risk of falls, confusion in the evening sundowning, and dangerous interactions with alcohol or certain painkillers. The lasting solution is not stronger pills, but retraining the body and mind to sleep naturally. The most effective method is cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia CBTI combined with strict sleep hygiene. Keep consistent sleep and wake times. Use the bed only for sleep. Turn off screens 60-90 minutes before bedtime. Make the room dark, cool, and quiet. And expose yourself to early morning sunlight for 10-15 minutes to reset your body clock. Spend 10-15 minutes winding down practice, slow breathing, brief mindfulness meditation, or jot down tomorrow's tasks to clear your mind. Gentle movement such as evening walks, restorative yoga, or Tai Chi helps the body relax. Some people may benefit from discussing magnesium supplements with their doctor to support better sleep. If benzodiazepines are still needed, use the lowest effective dose for the shortest time possible and work with your physician to taper slowly while incorporating CBTI. Never stop these medications abruptly. The second group, anticholinergic medications. The next category includes anticholinergic drugs, which are far more common than most people realize. In many American households, these show up as everyday items: chlorpheniramine for allergies, diphenhydramine, Benadryl, promethazine, motion sickness drugs such as dimenhydrinate, Dramamine, and meclizine bonine, and certain over-the-counter sleep aids that contain doxylamine found in products like Unisom. For overactive bladder, prescription medications such as oxybutynin, ditropan, toltrodine-ditrol, sulfafonacin, Vesicare, Fasoteridine, Toviaz, and Trospium sanctura also add to what doctors call the anticholinergic burden. Here's why that matters. Acetylcholine is a key neurotransmitter that fuels memory and attention. Blocking it is like draining gas from the engine. It slows the brain's ability to think and remember. Older adults are especially sensitive because their acetylcholine levels are already lower with age. If you struggle with seasonal allergies, talk with your doctor about switching to newer generation antihistamines that have minimal effects on acetylcholine, such as loratadine Claritin, cetirizine, Zyrtec, or fexofenadine Allegra, or consider using nasal corticosteroid sprays during flare-ups instead. If insomnia has you reaching for those nighttime pills that cause drowsiness, it's better to return to good sleep habits, consistent sleep schedules, morning sunlight, and regular physical activity. For overactive bladder, start with non-drug strategies. Cut back on fluids a few hours before bed. Avoid caffeine or tea after 4 p.m. Practice pelvic floor Kegel exercises and plan timed bathroom visits to train the bladder. The key is to look at the whole picture. Many drugs, even supplements or over-the-counter pills, can add up and create a significant anticholinergic load. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to review all your medications, including non-prescription products, to minimize these effects whenever possible. The third group, acid reflux medications, PPIs. The third group includes proton pump inhibitors, PPIs, used widely for acid reflux and heartburn. Common examples in the U.S. are omeprazole, Prilosec, esomeprazole, Nexium, pantoprazole Protonix, lansoprazole Prevacid, and rabeprazole Acapex. These medications bring fast relief, but long-term use can reduce stomach acid too much. Over time, that interferes with the absorption of vitamin B12 iron, zinc, and magnesium nutrients critical for clear thinking, steady energy, and nerve health. A shortage may lead to fatigue, brain fog, and poor concentration. The change in stomach acidity also disrupts gut bacteria, which can affect both mood and mental sharpness. To protect your brain and gut, use PPIs only as prescribed and for the shortest effective duration. Once symptoms improve, your doctor can help you step down the dose, use it intermittently, or switch to a milder short-term option. Among H2 blockers, famotidine pepsid and nizatidine may be suitable short-term alternatives. Note that ranitidine Zantac was withdrawn from the UPA-DES market and should not be used. Lifestyle changes matter just as much. Avoid highly processed foods, saturated fats, alcohol, and carbonated drinks. Eat dinner earlier. Elevate the head of your bed about 6 inches if you have nighttime reflux. Take light walks after meals and lose a few pounds if overweight. Probiotics and digestive enzymes may help under medical guidance. If long-term PPI use is necessary, talk with your doctor about monitoring vitamin B12 and magnesium levels and supplementing when needed. The fourth group: heart and cholesterol medications. The fourth group includes certain heart medications, particularly calcium channel blockers, such as amlodipine Norvasc, nifedipine Procardia, felodipine, lurcanidipine, diltiazem cardizem, and verapamil Verilin. Some sensitive individuals report feeling mentally foggy or lightheaded when starting these drugs or after a dosage increase. This doesn't mean the medicine is bad, but that each person's body responds differently. Track your blood pressure, heart rate, sleep quality, alertness, and the exact time you take each dose. Bring this health log to your next appointment so your doctor can fine-tune your medication or switch to a different class if appropriate. With statins used to lower cholesterol such as simvastatin, atorvastatin Lipitor, rosuvastatin Crestor, pravastatin, and pitavastatin, some people experience brain fog, fatigue, or muscle aches. If that happens, your doctor might adjust the dose. Switch to a statin that's less likely to enter the brain, like pravastatin or rosuvastatin, or suggest taking it every other day while still keeping your LDL cholesterol in the safe range for your heart risk. If you experience muscle weakness or low energy, ask your doctor whether coenzyme Q10 CoQ10 might help. And don't forget the lifestyle medicine, a Mediterranean or mind-style diet rich in leafy greens, legumes, fatty fish, nuts, and olive oil, less salt, and regular rhythmic exercise like brisk walking or swimming. These habits improve blood vessel flexibility and cholesterol profiles, naturally often allowing lower doses of medication over time. A final note: red yeast rice supplements contain monacolin K, a natural compound similar to lovastatin. If you're already taking a statin or have chronic conditions, always check with your doctor before using red yeast rice to avoid doubling up on effects or triggering harmful interactions. 4. The everyday armor that protects your brain. Think of your brain as a garden. It needs water, good soil, sunlight, and care to stay alive and thriving. Movement is the water. Rhythmic exercise such as brisk walking for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, light cycling, swimming, or Tai Chi helps your brain release BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a natural growth factor that strengthens neural connections, lifts mood, and promotes deeper sleep. Sleep is the soil. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality rest each night. Keep consistent sleep and wake times, get morning sunlight exposure, turn off screens an hour before bed, and make your room dark, cool, and quiet. Nutrition is the fertilizer. Eat colorful, Anti-inflammatory foods, plenty of fresh vegetables and fruits. Fatty fish, rich in omega-3s, 2 to 3 times a week. Walnuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, olive oil, and brain-friendly spices like turmeric and ginger. Limit refined sugar and ultra-processed foods. Stay hydrated and get enough protein to maintain muscle strength. Cognitive training is pruning. Keep your mind active with activities that challenge you just enough, reading with note-taking, learning an instrument, studying a few words in a new language, solving puzzles, or experimenting with new recipes. The brain grows stronger when it faces meaningful challenges. Social connection is sunlight. A phone call with an old friend, a coffee outing, joining a club, or walking with a group can all lower stress and keep your mind alert. Targeted supplements can play a role when appropriate magnesium may support relaxation and sleep. Probiotics aid digestion and gut-brain balance, and CoQ10 may help those taking statins. Always consult your doctor first to ensure safety and avoid interactions. 5. 3 pillars for balancing treatment benefits with cognitive health. Pillar 1. Regular medication reviews. Bring an up-to-date list of everything you take: prescription drugs, over-the-counter products, vitamins, herbal supplements, and nutraceuticals. At each doctor's visit, ask direct questions. Do I still need this medication? Are there any significant interactions? Is there an alternative with fewer effects on memory or alertness? Could I lower the dose or take it every other day? For seasonal allergies, aim for non-anticholinergic antihistamines. For chronic insomnia, include CBT-I, cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, in your plan. For mild reflux, use time-limited treatment cycles rather than indefinite therapy. For high blood pressure or cholesterol, ask about medications that meet your targets with a cleaner cognitive side effect profile. Pillar 2. Safe medication. Step-down plans. If you use benzodiazepines, never stop suddenly. Work with your doctor to taper slowly, supported by consistent sleep hygiene, relaxation techniques, gentle exercise, and close monitoring. For PPIs, set a clear end date for each treatment cycle. Once symptoms improve, transition to lifestyle-based maintenance or shorter-term alternatives if prescribed. If long-term use is unavoidable, monitor vitamin B12 and magnesium levels regularly. Pillar 3. Building cognitive reserve. Protecting your mind isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about strengthening what's already there. Aim for 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. 2 to 3 brain-stimulating activities, puzzles. Reading. New skills. 1 or 2 social activities weekly. 7-8 hours of consistent sleep each night. A colorful, nutrient-rich plate at every meal. Schedule brief cognitive screenings at your primary care visits. Early detection allows timely action. People often ask, "I'm over 60, am I too late to start?" The answer is no. The brain remains adaptable for life. Small, steady changes create real impact. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier tonight and leave your phone outside the bedroom. Tomorrow morning, open the curtains and welcome 10 minutes of natural light. At lunch, add a serving of colorful vegetables and swap heavy oils for a spoonful of olive oil. In the afternoon, take a relaxed 20-30 minute walk. Over the weekend, call an old friend and share a walk or a coffee. If you've been on long-term sedatives or allergy medications, schedule a checkup to review your prescriptions. Don't stop on your own. If acid reflux keeps coming back, note which foods trigger it. Eat dinner earlier and ask your doctor about a step-down plan. If short-term acid reducers are needed, famotidine is preferred. Ranitidine is no longer approved. If you're taking heart medications and notice mental fog, bring your memory journal to your appointment and describe your experience clearly. Work together with your doctor to find the best balance for both heart and mind. If you could choose only 3 things to start today, make them these: a consistent sleep schedule, a 30-minute walk, and a colorful, nutrient-rich meal. Do them regularly, and you'll notice your memory getting sharper and your mind calmer. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace personal medical advice. Any change to your medications or treatment plan should always be discussed with your doctor. Choose the path of healthy, proactive living so, each morning, you wake up clear-minded, ready to learn something new, and able to smile at the day ahead. If you found this video helpful, please share it and subscribe to stay updated with the latest tips for living well and aging strong.